Good afternoon, good people, and welcome to another episode of Montez at Midday. Hope everyone is doing well on this What It Do Wednesday, to say the least. What It Do Wednesday. How's everyone doing today? Good weather today, as it should be all day. Let's make it happen today. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. Or if you even tuned in for the first time this week, really do appreciate it so much. Don't forget to visit the website www.dremontez.com. Got high fives in the building, chest bump. Let's hug it out. Hug that thing on out. There you go. Libra Nation, stand up. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my grandson, Casey. Happy birthday to my cousin, Martina. Happy birthday to one of the biggest Kansas City football Chiefs fans I know, my dude, Brandon Boyd. Happy birthday to you all. If you're celebrating a wedding anniversary today as well, happy anniversary to you. And if you're off today, like you're taking a half a day, enjoy your day. There it is right there for sure. Get through our pillars of the day. We're going to let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete with anyone. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. And laughing is just, it's very therapeutic to me. It really is. It puts you in a different state of mind, especially when you can't control the laughter. That's what really gets me. So before the show today, I watched two movies that have kind of put me in a different state of mind. I want to know if you people have seen these movies yet. One is The Burial with Jamie Foxx, and the other one, Somewhere in Queens with Ray Romano. You ever watch a movie and you get something totally different out of this movie? The Burial has me on a whole different mindset about funeral business. It really breaks down to its purest form on what's involved when you lose a loved one and you have to go bury somebody. And what they exposed in this movie on what they were doing, it's a true story, what they were doing is mind-boggling to me. You're taking advantage of people at their lowest point to me. When someone loses a loved one, the thought process is not always there. You're not as sharp as you want to be sometimes. And the way they took advantage of these families back then it is just wild to me that what we do and what we don't know. And when people take advantage of the don't know, I just can't believe that all that happened in real life. A whole corporation was taking advantage of poor Black people at a time when you're scraping two nickels together, create a quarter, and you can't. You have to bury someone. And the prices that they were doing were just through the roof. It's called The Burial with Jamie Foxx. It's a very, very good movie. Tommy Lee Jones is in it as well. It's a good movie. It really is. But if you're in a position not to watch that right now, maybe you lost someone recently, but it's a very intense movie. It's very good. I like the soundtrack. I like the message that it put out there. And I like the way the story was told. It's called The Burial with Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones. And the other one I watched today, Somewhere in Queens. If you have a child that had some difficulties in life in communicating with people, expressing themselves, trying to figure out who they are, as well as you are too. When you have a child like that, they try to give it in medical terms and things of that nature, but I'm not going to use the medical term that I think, because they didn't use it in the movie. But we all know someone who doesn't know how to express themselves, doesn't speak out much, very shy, very withheld, very closeted behavior. And we try to label these people for no apparent reason, whether than listening to people, communication skills, feedback, understanding your child. That speaks volumes. I think everyone has said this throughout their life, whether you have said it or your child has said it, but I know definitely Some grown person out there has said this. You don't even know me. And I can't wait to figure that out on who I need to be and who I should be. And what am I capable of doing? It's some kids out here right now struggling with their own identity, let, a, let alone confidence in themselves. It doesn't come across as easy as we think it is. People out there who know how to have confidence and walk with their shoulders back and their chest out, to have that confident walk. It doesn't take place for everyone. A lot of people have difficulty doing those things, but this movie, Somewhere in Queens, with Ray Romano and Lloyd Metcalf from Roseanne Days, outstanding movie. Outstanding movie. I mean, just because I think every parent can say they've done this at least once. When your child decides to play sports, is it for you or was it for the child? When your child wants to go beyond high school to the college, is it their choice or you choosing the college for them? At some point, your child living your dreams through you, through them, it can backfire, especially in those pivotal moments when you're not winning as much, when the comparisons are there. If you were a better athlete than your child, the comparisons out there, are you strong enough to handle that your kid is not as good as you, but still wants to play sports? But at the same time, that child could be thinking, hey, I'm not as good as my parent. I'm going to stop this right now and just figure out who I'm supposed to be out here in this difficult world that we live in. It's not easy. And the pressure of trying to live up to someone else's expectations is a little far-fetched sometimes. I'm not talking about the people that's always on the TV, not them famous people. I'm talking about the people in our everyday life. I'm quite sure if someone can relate to a child that's possibly going through that right now, it's not that you don't want to live up to the expectations. Maybe it's not for you. It's not for you. You got to find your own spot out there. You got to find your own spot. And it can be difficult. But check out those two movies. They're really good. The Burial with Jamie Foxx and Ray Romano's movie, Somewhere in Queens. Outstanding movies. I heard this quote in a YouTube video with Deion Sanders, Kevin Garnett, Shadir Sanders, and Paul Pierce. And the question was to Kevin Garnett. Shadir Sanders said, can you see yourself coaching college basketball? To Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett said, there's no way. There's no way. And if you understood KG, if you even seen his documentary, anything is possible, you would understand what KD is talking about. But Deion said something that blew my mind and speaks volumes. You can take this any way you want to. When it comes to the professional athlete, look at what we've seen in the regular season of baseball. Look at what we're seeing in college football right now with the coaches and the players. NIL deals. Look at what we're seeing in professional football. Basketball, we'll get to you later. But look at what we've been seeing here. And this speaks volumes right here. They're making too much money they can't hear or see. Hello. Now that's deep. That's some grandparent shit. That's a great uncle, great aunt telling you something right there. They're making too much money they can't hear or see. We've all seen a sporting event this year. Something happens in the game, and we'll look at the person next to us, or if you're at home by yourself, you're looking up. You're questioning, what the hell just happened? How did it get to that point? You didn't see that? You didn't hear the coach? The money is different. The NIL in college, the no respect factor out there. They don't respect each other. The communication is off the chain. They're walking away from the coach. The players are doing their own thing. This could be maybe the only time some of these sports programs and teams, I think they can really do it without a coach. I really do believe that. The coach's role in sports has changed over the past few decades to me. It has changed drastically. The responsibility of a coach, the job of a coach. What are we supposed to be getting out of this coach besides wins and losses? Another dad, another mom, another relative. We see it all the time in the movies. We hear from the players in their own I guess, press conference when they talking about a coach. Coach is like a dad to me. Coach is like a mom to me. We're saying it all across the board. But when we see the actual gameplay, where's that same respect on it? Where is that at? The respect factor doesn't seem to be where it used to be at. It seemed like it's on other non-important things. But that's a true statement out there. I mean, these players are making so much money, they can't hear or see. Message. The fans in sports don't get enough credit. What I mean by that, the passion that we put into believing in something that we have no control over. We don't control the draft picks. We don't pick out their schedule. We don't tell them what uniforms to wear, the teams with alternate uniforms. We sit in there, we don our colors, we root for our teams, hoping that they win. And when they do, we like to celebrate. When they lose, we're asking for questions. What happened? I hope it becomes a documentary, what happened with Denver and Miami this past year. Putting up 70 points on an NFL team in 2023, that speaks volumes. There's so much that can be taken from that game moving forward. We already see the relationship is not what we thought when it comes to coaching with the Broncos. Their style of play, it's deeper than that. And with fans, we can see the turmoil. We can see the animosity. The body language is a key factor to me. The body language. That's another thing about watching sports. I look at things that's not in the front. I'm always looking in the back to see what's going on. What's going on over here on this sideline? Or what's going on in this dugout? And it's not where we think it should be. On the game. Can you imagine being a part of a team and everybody's not all in to play? Figure that out. If you've played sports at any type of level, not all your teammates wanted to play. They had the same passion you had. And here we are. We get mad at people when they don't share the same passion. Passion to play, passion for the game, passion for the particular sport. We get upset with people because they don't share that same type of passion. We don't think about it till later on, but it's wrong to do that. Be who you are. Put your passion where you want it to go and see how that goes. But when it comes to these teams as fans, it's just writing a letter, tweeting the team, sending an email, hanging up your favorite player's jersey, buying posters back in the day, decorating your room. Now, that used to be a thing back in the day. I had my share of posters in the room. We could visualize, we could capture that moment. From your Sports Illustrated to your Bruton Smith, whatever it may be, we tried to capture something from our particular sport as fans. I don't know what it is I want teams or colleges and universities to do to recognize the fan. We have a mascot Hall of Fame. We have a Players Hall of Fame, but we don't have a Fan Hall of Fame. What can we do to get a Fan Hall of Fame? During COVID, baseball did something I thought was unique until I looked at the pricing. When you can have a cutout picture of yourself at a sporting event. Baseball was the first one. Those fees didn't make sense to me. That was way too much money just to put a cardboard cutout of you at a professional baseball game. Now that's outrageous. At first, I thought it was pretty cute, but different ball clubs had different prices. Figure that. Figure the odds on that. But that's where we are. That's the closest we can get to having Fan Appreciation Day. Give us our day. I think a week after baseball season is over with, your hometown team should open up the stadium to all the fans, and we can just appreciate for the season. Have an open press conference, players and the fans. Now, that'll be cool. You ain't got to open up the concession. We don't want no beer. We want to come in there and say, hey, thank you for a hell of a regular season. What we got next, but here we go. Fan Appreciation Day. Now, that right there would make more sense to me, to have a Fan Appreciation Day after our regular season, or when your team makes it out of the postseason or wins the whole damn thing. The parade is different. Parades to me is more bandwagon bullshit than the true fans. And everybody thinks they're the best fans ever, no matter what. Whatever city or state you live in, you think you're the best fans. And there's nothing wrong with that. But watching these fans on TV, from the Monday night game with the Chargers and the Cowboys, to the Phillies fans losing their mind. Now, that looks like baseball in the 90s, when it was just through the roof. Baseball, before the strike, baseball was on a whole new level. But I'm appreciating what the fans are doing right now, for sure. All right, good folks. My last one here we're going to talk about and get you off on your day, let you complete your day. And again, shout out to all the Libras out there, Libra Nation. Stand up for the building as we're in countdown mode for birthday 53. Damn, that went fast. You ever just look and say, I was just 20 the other day? What the hell did 33 years go? Where did it go? Didn't it seem like we won't be in school forever when we were little? It's like you were never going to get out of school. Never get out of school. Then you get into a job, you get a career, and time just moves so slow. It's like you look at the clock, like, damn, I've only been here 5 minutes, and you feel like you've been there for 2 hours. But time does go by fast. That's one thing I can tell you that grandparents told you as a kid. Time, it goes by fast. In a blink of an eye. Gone. Next thing you know, you're 62. Wondering, hey, what's going on here? Speaking of what's going on here, how do you utilize your energy? Where do you put your energy in? Your energy. What do you put your energy in? You ever seen somebody so full of energy? You want to know what they're doing and what you're going to do with all that energy. What are you going to do with all that energy? And the majority of the successful people that write these books, or these how-to books, or have these talk shows, they talk about positive energy and utilizing your energy, your skill set, how to put your energy in the right place. I'm not talking about an energy drink either, people. I'm not talking about a pill. I'm talking about your natural energy, your vibe and all that. What do you put that into? I read this book a while ago, How to Win Friends and Influence Others. In that book, it talked about when you get to the point of working for yourself. And a couple of sports guys have used this as well. I know basketball uses it as well too. Peak performance. Out of your work day, when are you most productive? If you could create your own schedule, and it's 24 hours a day, what work schedule would work best for you? When do you think you're most productive? See, basketball has a data analysis on that, where they track peak performance. You ever wonder why some guys only play 9 minutes in a game, or 14 minutes in a quarter, or 14 minutes and a half, I'm sorry. But it's peak performance. It's having the know-how and the mindset to know when you're your most positive, when you can get the most out of you. Some people are morning people, some people are afternoon, some people are night people. But when you find when you're your most productive and you can get to your peak performance, you can create a schedule from that really gives you a more positive outlook on things. You ever hear people say this sometimes? I'm not a morning person. Why do you work in the mornings then? Well, I don't like talking to nobody at nighttime at work. I go on my own, I get in my own mindset. What? That's not how it's supposed to work. If you knew when you're your most productive, you can create a work schedule out of that. And I guarantee you, you'll see a more energized moment out of you and probably your job itself. All of that. But it makes sense, though. If they do it in sports, you can flip it around. Like my man Zig Ziglar, he used to use sales techniques in a way you can use it in the dating world. You can use it in the dating world. You actually can do that for sure. But it's to each its own when it comes to that situation right there, for sure. What's going on, my brother Mickey in the state of Washington? How you doing, my man? Thanks for tuning in. Also, as I said at the top of the show, what's that? Roger Goodell signed a 3-year extension as the NFL commissioner. Okay. Looked like T.O. got in some trouble at the basketball court and somebody hit him with a car. It looks like everything's going to be okay. T.O. Man, that went fast. All right, good people. Talk about 2 movies at the top of the show that I saw that really just kind of changed the outlook on today's show. One of the movies that I saw was with Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones, The Burial. It's a true story. Whew. And the other one I saw with Ray Romano and Laurie Metcalf, Somewhere in Queens. Both of these movies, really damn good. Really damn good movies. I really did enjoy them. So check those out if you get a chance. And also, I heard a quote from Dion, and he said, too much money these athletes are making, they can't hear or see. Talk to me. Talk to me. And fans out there throughout the board in sports, hey, if your particular sport won't applaud you, we will hear. We applaud you for being the fans that you are, whether it's baseball, whether it's hockey, whether it's college basketball, NBA, WNBA. Speaking of WNBA, they're getting into it tonight. Football, the NFL, whatever it may be, there is fan support out there. And I think we need a true fan appreciation day. We don't want to come to a sporting event. Just want to say, hey, thank you. Thank you for a hell of a run. Nice season. We don't get to tell them thank you until they retire. But for the regular season, we appreciate you. We do. And what are you doing with all that energy you have? Where do you put your energy when it gets to that point? Good points out there to be made. Do yourself a favor and check out the website, www.dremontez.com. Yes. Hello, Facebook. What up, Twitter? Hello, YouTube or X. X or Twitter, same thing out there. So what some people still call it Twitter, some people call it X. But we're on there at W2B Dre Montez, as well as YouTube Dre Montez. You can check out some of the TikTok videos that we've put up. Going to TikTok, Dre Montez 63. And don't forget to follow our podcast, Who's to Blame, the podcast. You can catch the latest episode of that for sure. But it is countdown mode for my birthday. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 more days, and we turn the big 5-3. Well, is 5-3 the big number? The double nickel. I'm waiting on the double nickel. We getting on a cruise then. We getting on the damn cruise then, y'all, for sure. But the birthday celebration will definitely be on tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Friendly's in South City, 3503 Roger Place. That is it for sure. Well, good people, I want you guys to have a great day. Enjoy your day. And most importantly, have some fun. Smile. Be appreciative of the day. Appreciate the details of the day. You know, it's not always about you. Let's look toward our neighbors to the left and to the right. And what you're looking behind you for, what you need to see is in front of you. Keep your eyes open and an eye on the prize. You guys have a great day, and thanks for tuning in to Montez at Midday. See you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. Peace, and we out.